Welcome to episode 12 of The Rhino. This week, I'm clubbing. Yeah, this week I went clubbing by myself. Why, you might be asking? Why are you going clubbing by yourself? And it's because I don't really do a lot of things on my own. I want to be more comfortable in my own skin. You know, I'm not a bloody snake. This is all I've got. So I thought, yeah, let's go clubbing, see how I get on. Okay, so picture the scene. It's 11 p.m. on a Saturday night and I'm on my own in the queue. I'm nervy. I'm by myself, but that's why I'm nervy. So I see a group of lads that are next to me and I'm listening into what their conversation is about because I want to get involved with whatever they are talking about. And I heard them mention a few footballers and a couple of stadiums and I was like, right, yeah, they are definitely talking about football. Now, I don't know a lot about football. I've dabbled in FIFA career mode. That is pretty much it. But yeah, so I jumped in and I was like, boys, sorry to interrupt. Just the Rhino here. I cannot believe that they let Rashford go to Real Madrid. Terrible decision by the manager. Terrible decision by the player. And they've let the fans down. And I think he could have been a United legend. Turns out he hasn't gone to Real Madrid. He is still at United and probably will be for the foreseeable future, which I didn't know. I thought basically what happened is I got confused with my FIFA career mode from 2015 and I mixed it up and took what happened in that game as fact. So yeah, it was a bit awkward, but it's fine. I'm the bloody Rhino. If things get awkward with them, I'll just go and chat to someone else. So yeah, that's what I did. Except I didn't chat to anyone else in the queue. I just didn't really speak to them again. Well, actually, I thought one of them said a homophobic slur to me, and I wasn't happy about it. A bit pissed off. Thought it's the 21st century. You can't be calling people that. So I got out my phone and I was like, all right, mate, say that again. Go on, I dare you. Say it again. Go on. Oi, dickhead. Say what you just called me again. Turns out he was offering me a cigarette, not calling me a fag. So that was another reason why I didn't want to speak to them. I did spend the rest of the night ducking them, to be honest. But, you know, that's the queue for you. You never know what's going to happen in the nightclub queue. All right, so we're in the club now. We're going to get a drink. We need a drink. It's the first place you go. You need to loosen up. So I'm probably queued for about 20 minutes, half an hour. It's a bit of a joke, to be honest. Queuing and trying to get a drink in nightclubs is bloody awful. And I'm not going to lie, I think it is really sexist. Sexist because it takes men ages to get a drink. I mean, it takes me ages to get a bloody drink because a female would cut in front of me and the barman would immediately serve her. She gets served way before I get served. I mean, just if I was looking, you know, attractive and I would probably be all right. But I have to deal with this sexism of women coming in and getting drinks before me. That there should be a queuing system in place. The security are wasted on the door. They should be at the bar. Why do they not get bloody, what are they called? Like dividers, so people can get in a straight line to get a drink, so people don't have to just spend their entire night waiting to get served. I'm not sure if I've made the point that I want to make here. But sort it out, nightclubs, because I've had enough. I've had enough. I just want my Voddy Red Bull. Yeah, I did get my Voddy Red Bull in the end, and I did a couple of shots of tequila. So once I got my drink, I thought, Christ, now I need a wee. Now, I don't know if any of you have been to a nightclub, and I don't know if any of you have been to the toilets in a nightclub, but it is probably one of the worst places you'll ever visit. It is probably the lowest, what's the words I'm trying to describe? It is a cesspit of shit and piss. It is just, it's the smell that hits you before anything else. You think about going to the toilet in a nightclub and you can already start smelling it. It's vile. There's just wee all over the floors. Just grim, absolutely grim in there. But, you know, I was there by myself. I was having a nice night. So I thought, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to have a sit down wee. I had to take my drinking with me, which is always an awkward one. Because if you were with people, you could probably just say, oh, can you hang on to my drink for a minute? I'm just going to go for a wee. But you can't do that when you're by yourself. And I didn't want to just put it down. What if someone spikes it? So I had to take it in with me. So I did look a bit weird going into the cubicle with my drink. Anyway, I pulled my pants down, and as I did, I sort of knocked my drink off the toilet roll bit, and it just went all over me, went all over my legs. It was disgusting. It was disgusting because I was mid-wee as well. And now I'm one of them people that contribute to the piss on the floor, which is something I really didn't want to be a part of. Yet there I was, pissing on the floor. Frustrating, but you know, shit happens sometimes and you just got to deal with it. That it wasn't my best moment in that cubicle. Yeah, I just picked the lime out of my pants, pulled him up, went straight back out there. And what is it with people in nightclubs not washing their hands after going to the bathroom? It's just because you're out having a good time, having a bit of a boogie and you've had a few drinks, it doesn't mean hygiene doesn't count anymore. Germs don't go out. Germs don't have nights out and have holidays. Well, they do. I guess they come with you in a way. But it's disgusting and you can still spread diseases. So if you're listening and you're one of them people that don't wash yourselves in a nightclub toilet, then you make me sick. You make me sick. And we're all thinking it at the time. Like, you're leaving the toilets and you've clocked someone who's not washed their hands and you think, you disgusting bastard. And then you crack on and carry on with your night. And then you forget about it the next day. But trust me, there's a lot of sickos out there. A lot of sickos. Got to watch out for them. Don't touch them. Now I've had a drink and I've had a wee. It's time to hit the dance floor. Now I am not the greatest dancer in the world, but I am also pretty bloody good. So I'll show you some of the moves I was doing on the night. The thing is with nightclub floors is that they are super sticky and it does sort of restrict what moves you can and can't do. Now, I'm very sort of lucky that I'm a genius in a way because I've come up with this invention where you put cling film around your shoes. So it would be like an anti-stick solution. But it turns out on the night it actually made it more sticky and I just had bits of ripped cling film all around my shoes. So, you know, I've put a bit on now just to show you what it was like, but yeah, here's me dancing. This is how I'd start, sort of, if this was like a pop song, like, yeah, let's do it. And then we go into a bit more of a dance one. Sorry, you guys probably can't really see. Let me move back a bit. Yeah, so here we go. Oh, do you know what, I can't really, I'm just going to do my dance moves like this because I can't get my whole body in the shot. Yeah, this would be sort of my casual. This is nice. R&B, rap. And then you got, you know, a bit more drum and bassy. That's when I'd really go for the arms, really get a bounce in there. I'd probably just jump, to be honest. I jump a lot when I'm dancing, like probably a stupid amount. And I sweat a lot as well. I'm an incredibly sweaty person. I did feel sorry for a lot of people that were near me. Especially that woman who, yeah, so basically there was this woman who was dancing next to me. I mean, a lot of people are dancing next to each other in clubs. It wasn't my fault that I was waving my arms about a bit too much and I just knocked the drink straight out of her hand. She was very pissed off because it went all over her and her mate. But I said that I would get her a new one. And that's exactly what I did. I left the dance floor to go and get her a drink. Except I took a little detour. Let me get my chair. Right here. On the way to get this girl the drink, I went to request a song from the DJ. Now, requesting a song for a DJ is sort of a bit awkward because they're there to do their own job. They don't need me getting involved. I'm just going to put you down. Whoa! Hold your horses, people. Anyway, the nightclub, the DJ is just there to do a job. And does he really want to listen to other people suggesting what he should play? You know? But you got to do what you got to do when you're a DJ. Believe me. Yeah, anyway, so I spent about half an hour queuing to request a song with the DJ. And when I finally got there, he refused to play Can't Stop the Beat, and then he refused to play Chasing Cars, and he said, will you stop trying to be the funny guy? What? If I was trying to be the funny guy, I would have suggested like something like, I don't know, turn off the lights, and then you turn off all the lights. Or Animals. And then you, when the song plays, you just release a swarm of bees into the nightclub. Or a lion. That would have been a funny thing to say, but I wasn't trying to be the funny guy. I was just requesting some good songs and a song that I thought this girl would like. So that was a waste of time. Went back to the bar, queued for ages, got her another drink and myself one. I didn't want anything alcoholic at that point, so I just got myself a Red Bull and requested a shot glass because I wanted to be involved with the shots. I bloody love shots. Something about like knocking your head back, it just gives me an aurora, a buzz. So yeah, I was just stood there with my can of Red Bull, my shot glass, and this woman's drink, who I couldn't find, by the way. She was nowhere to be seen, but I thought I didn't want to just chuck it away or drink this drink because what if she comes back? So I just stood like by the side of the club, put it on the little wall, and just kept an eye out for her. And guess what? Didn't bloody see her. Got to closing time and I just left in the end. Spent about 4 hours just stood leaning against the wall waiting for that girl to come back. But I was bloody buzzed off that Red Bull, I'll tell you that. And do you know what? I had a really good boogie. Really good boogie. So when I eventually left the club, I was leaving, and as I literally just got outside the door when I bumped into her, and she went, you owe me a drink. And I said, actually, I did get you the drink. I've actually been waiting downstairs for about 4 hours waiting for you and looking for you, but you were nowhere to be seen, so don't give me that shit. And she was like, no, seriously, Rhino, you do owe me a drink. And I just absolutely kicked off. How dare she? Like, for starters, you're in a club, right? Everyone's dancing. If you're so concerned about your drink not going on the floor, don't bring it into the centre of the dance floor, because that's where the action's going to happen. That's where Rhino's going to be busting the moves, though. So it pissed me off that she was having a go at me for this. And I got her the drink like she requested. Why did she move? If I said to you, right, I'm going to go and get you a drink, what would you do? Would you fuck off down the road? No, you wouldn't. You'd wait for me to bring the drink. And at least if you didn't want to speak to me, you could say, oh, thank you, I've got to go and chat to my mates now. But you didn't. You just disappeared and left me there on my own. How would you like to be left in the club on your own? I mean, I know I went by myself, but that's not the point. It just pissed me off. Anyway, I ended up paying her the money in cash and got an Uber home. Bloody good night when you look back at it. Well, that's the end of episode 12. Thanks for listening to my freaking mad stories. My only advice I can give to people that want to go clubbing by themselves is to bring a friend. I think you'd probably enjoy it a bit more. But who am I to judge? This is just one story from one man. You know, I'm going to have hundreds more nights out by myself. I'm just lucky and thankful that no one pulled my trousers down this time, because that has happened a lot to me in the past. There's something about getting my knob out in a club that people just bloody love. See you next week, rhinos. Shaking that ass.